How's it going, YouTube? Oxa here, and welcome back. So, it came and it went. Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, sorry, as the title suggests, obviously this is the review, and I'm gonna just give it to you straight and like what I thought. And yeah, saw the movie last night, release day after work, so super pumped. Like I said in a previous video, it's honestly it's like the first movie in a long time that I was actually like excited for, like hyped, like actually, yeah, definitely gonna go again. But I guess, so it is a review, but at the same time, I'll say it's first impressions. I mean, realistically, because I guess, for a proper review, it's like definitely gotta like, like watch it, give it multiple watches to like fully get everything. But I mean, when it comes to movies, I'm very attentive to what's going on. I analyze and everything. But yeah, guys, without further ado, so is the movie good? Was it worth it? Yes. If you're a Godzilla fan, Kong fan, Kaiju fan in general, it's like they heard us. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. As compared to the first movie in the MonsterVerse, Godzilla 2014, GVK, which I'll call it that going forward, just to not sound like a broken record. GVK definitely delivers in the monster aspect. You definitely do get Godzilla versus Kong. Like, you get your money's worth. Like, it is all out, like, balls to the wall. Like, it's insanity. Now, there's always the human story. And as expected in a kaiju film, not the best characters, pretty one-dimensional or like, they get the job serviceable. They get the job done. They say what they're there for, what their motive is, and boom, that's it, right? It all moves along nicely. But that's one thing I really enjoyed about the film. Just had excellent pacing. Like, I guess with 2014 and, well, mainly that film, there are moments where it's just like boring, like there are just these long, stretched out moments, and like, again, being that the human story is never that interesting in these type of movies, like you just get bored, but here it's like in total, overall, you have like four, yeah, that's right, four main like monster fights, and they're each like decently length, and yeah, you definitely, it's exciting. Like, I loved it. I had a blast with the film. It was like just all around great. Definitely, like, honestly, you could click out the video, go see it. Like, definitely check it out. Like I said, I'm going back. Very excited. Like, it's just damn. Like, and we did the like the director said, we did get a definitive winner. And again, this is my spoiler warning. From this point forward, I will go into spoilers. So, if you haven't watched the movie, I highly recommend go watch it first, come back, and then, yeah. But yeah, guys, so, give you that second. Alright, so, Mechagodzilla. Man, God, can I say, I loved him. Like, I mean, the design, hey, I like that, obviously, being Mecha G, he had to look like Godzilla, right? Legendary's Godzilla. And he does. Obviously, the robot version. But man, those fights, the last fight in particular, like, he is just destroying Godzilla and Kong. Well, Godzilla, right? Because Kong was, like, down. Oh, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, we got a winner. Godzilla. And I was pumped. I was Team Godzilla. I mean, let me know what you guys were, but yeah, I was definitely rooting for the boy. I mean, because think, again, just look at history. In the original King Kong versus Godzilla, King Kong won, right? Toho has gone on record and said, yeah, he was the winner. And, of course, in wrestling terms, put it like this. It was obviously a Japanese-made film, and the American was put over Kong. So it's like, just like in wrestling, it's like you gotta pay your dues. So, in the American-made movie, Godzilla, got put over, and I was just glad to see it. Glad to see the boy get the respect. He so much deserves, and yeah, it was just all around fantastic. I mean, like I said, Mecha G just awesome. I love like his like what's the word, like aggression, or just like I love his threat. Because so I went with friends, and of course we were discussing after the movie and whatnot, and they were, at least from their perspective, they were just saying that like why was Mecha G so strong, and like, and I hey, don't get me wrong, I get that, because then it's like, oh, so you got the whole movie where Godzilla and Kong are like these beast powerhouses, and they're pretty much getting like Mecha G can take like Godzilla alone, and then it's like well, I guess the issue is like, damn, so he's just way too overpowered. But I like that. I mean, again, you go back to the original Mecha Godzilla, he was no slouch either. I mean, he was putting in the work on Godzilla, all the lasers, rockets. I just loved it. I loved like King, being that it was like King Ghidorah's brain, Kevin, right? The named head. Like in control, and like, I don't know. I mean, obviously for avid fans, I definitely took it as a reference to Kiryu, the third Mechagodzilla, because it, just like him, it's like it got a mind of its own and went on its rampage. And I guess so, some negatives, right? It wasn't like, again, as a kaiju fan, 12 out of 10, go see it. But again, in all realness and all honesty, there were some parts that could have been improved. Of course, the human element, kaiju films are known for their amazing, like, human stories. And this one, I'll admit, I like Gia. I like the little deaf girl, that could communicate with Kong. She was pretty good. But, like, the character of the daughter of the Apex guy, see, like, I don't even remember her name, and, like, she dies. Honestly, that was kind of like a waste of a character. Like, it's like you're introduced just to die within the same movie. Like, poor Bryan Cranston in the original, right? Man, such wasted potential. But yeah, you get it. It's like the human element could have been better. I guess a nitpick as well is like, being that it's Godzilla versus Kong, this was more of a Kong movie. Not that that's a bad thing, but of course it's like if this is being billed as like both, there could have been some more Godzilla, honestly. But again, he won in the end, so I'm not complaining. And yeah, I mean, here, another thing I can say is like, so we get to Hollow Earth, and it's like, hey, we saw the war bats, and it was pretty cool, but other than that, it was like barren. There was like nobody in there, and I get it. I mean, this movie is probably just used to introduce the Hollow Earth that way. And again, this is all hypothetical, because as I've said before, this is the last contracted movie with Toho. As of recording, there has been no word that it will be extended. There was no post-credit scene either. So, like, for the time being, this is the end, we could say. At least with Godzilla. Of course, Kong, they still own the rights. All the original monsters, they could continue. But yeah, it's like, the Hollow Earth, I mean, not that it was underwhelming. I mean, it was cool, don't get me wrong. Like, the low gravity part and, like, Kong getting the axe, all of that was really cool. But it was just, like, I don't know, it would have been nice just to see more monsters. I mean, hey, even if it was just Mutos or, like Behemoth or Scylla, some of the other Titans, Methuselah, it would have been cool to see them, like. But yeah, it's like, overall, I enjoyed the film. But here, if I had to give an honest rating, like, as a film, not putting my bias aside, I still think it's a fantastic watch. Definitely worth your money. And I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. It knows what it is, and that's what's important, right? I mean, I guess what I appreciate also is just that not every film has to be some philosophical, like, letter, and like, it doesn't have to be this deep, like, trying to be woke or something. It's like, you know, there's always there's a time and place for just different genres, right? Different types of movies, and I think it did it well. You definitely get the monster fight, you know. That's what you're going. Let's be 100% honest with each other. That's why you're going to these movies, right? It's for the fighting, and you definitely get that. So yeah, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Go see it. Just great all around. Like, I mean, it was just awesome. Like, awesome to see the rematch, right? Yes, and the continuity. This is the first fight in the Monsterverse, but you get it. And overall, it's the rematch, and hey, we're at 1-1. So let's see, right? Toho, please continue the Monsterverse, or continue to allow your monsters to be in the Monsterverse, and let's get that definitive round 3, right? It'd be awesome. But yeah, guys, this is my review. Just a little overview, like I said, my first impressions. Just go see it. That's all I can really say. But with that, guys, I've been your host, Oxy. I know I released the video a little early, but just had to, you know. Obviously, I just saw the movie. I was like, why not? I mean, I got a good grasp of the story, and, like, it was pretty good. But yeah, guys, take care.